Welcome to Acquired Taste Podcast. I'm back, goddammit.
There you go.
It's your boy Dirty D.
There's your boy Tech Daddy. And we got Ben back.
Like AIDS, you were never truly gone.
Just in remission.
Yes. That's the essence of Dungy, though. He's always there. He's always there.
This is, man.
You know? Just like
we need to at least, like, whenever we do another Patreon episode, we need to cover our alter egos. Because we need to cover Dungy at length.
Yeah, what is it called? Like when Scott Pilgrim fought himself. What's the other? What's it called?
Oh, well, you have that when
Neo Scott or what is it called?
Evil. It was Evil Scott.
Evil Scott. I thought there was a different name for it.
No, well, you had Young Neil in the movie.
Yeah, no, it was Young Neil, but I thought like the black and white version of him was like there was like a Neo Scott or something like that.
Well, I think they just called him Evil Scott because it was play on the whole. I think it was in I forgot what Legend of Zelda game it was. Was it Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask where you had to fight Evil Link? It was the black shadow version of Link.
I honestly
but they didn't become best friends like it's Scott Pilgrim. It's the whole thing. Anywho, welcome back to Required Taste Podcast. We went to the woods and found DJ. Mm-hmm. Brought him back with me. That was cool. Mm-hmm. So he's back. We're back. Brandy's out here though. So, we've had a weird lineup like the past
it's been switching around.
Like for what is like episode 5 that we've done, like just with a random lineup of
random lineup. You guys probably noticed that. We've had a bunch of new fucking listeners, so maybe it worked. Who knows?
Go back to Nico Wakwa.
I should have fought you for that chair. What do you got here?
I don't know why I don't sit in that. That's a nicer chair than what I have over here. And it's mine.
Like I said, I'm just living. I'm just living.
I don't know what's happening over here.
I didn't ask for this. I did. You motherfuckers put me here. It's the same. Everyone's like, "Why's DJ in front?" I'm like, I don't know. Why are you behind me?
You were on here.
Why do I decide where the fuck you walk?
You were on a whole episode before me. It was established by the time I came around that that's where you sat.
You know what? Actually, this reminds me, you non-Madonna listen motherfuckers. I don't take musical opinions from anybody who has the rhythm of a typewriter, you son of a bitch. Madonna is a fucking goddess.
When did I showcase my rhythm or lack thereof?
I've never seen you dance.
The fact that you don't listen to Madonna, I know it's non-existent in you.
Dude, I don't listen to Madonna. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but I know you have rhythm.
This is true.
That's why,
Oh, okay, let's hear why I don't have rhythm. Let's hear it.
Oh, he has numerous reasons why he knows that, but like...
I mean, we could go over it,
Right.
We could go over this. Heritage, childhood...
I was going to say, because I was...
The beard, you're probably top heavy. I don't know.
That's because he's always armed.
I got a whole lot of class spilling out of my face that you don't have.
All the fucking... The tech you got on you? Yeah. I don't imagine.
He's just well armed at all times.
Air quotes, spare change. Weird noises.
So, welcome to Required Taste Podcast. We are, if you're new, we appreciate you. We have had a lot of new listeners, so like, holy shit, a lot of new listeners. So if you are new, thanks for checking us out. I don't know how you found out about us, but I appreciate that you did. I know Spotify's been giving us a lot of shine lately, so that's pretty cool.
Indeed.
The beer came out, that's pretty tight. A few friends have been sharing us. New friends that we met have been sharing us. That's pretty tight. So hey, if you're new, we appreciate you giving us a listen. We are a history, mystery, music. I don't know. We cover a lot of stuff actually nowadays. Podcasts. If you our older stuff's mostly history, then we got a little bit of music in there, a little bit of mystery in there. Anywho. We usually like to banter for about another, good 15 minutes at the beginning of the episode. Kind of loosens us up, breaks the ice a little bit, gets us going. So yeah, if you're new, we appreciate it, and I hope you stick with us, and maybe might learn something too. Who knows? Who knows? And go check out our old stuff too. We're actually pretty good, and we're kind of funny. If you're a returning listener, we definitely appreciate y'all sticking with through thick and thin, through the weird lineups, through missing weeks of episodes and everything else. And because of that, we love you. And we hope that you have a great day. Also, your booty, looking fantastic. Make sure you drink some water. And of course, you get forehead kisses. Fantastic. Thank you for always sticking with us. Thank you for your support. We do know about it. We do appreciate it. And it was nice seeing you guys for our our party and our beer release. That was pretty tight. We had a burger. That was good.
Burgers were so good.
The burger was so good. Shout out to Turnip Seed for those burgers.
He's doing some. The one he had, I wish I would have went there this past week, but he did.
I saw that.
It was just a regular patty, but then he did banana and peanut butter.
Yeah, the Elvis burger.
Yeah. Oh my god, man.
The picture of
looked
that
so
thing
good.
looks so slutty.
Yeah, that looked amazing.
It really did, man. That was shout out to Turnip Seed. You can usually find him at Foreign Local. Follow him on Facebook. He's a good dude, and they make really good food. Him and his wife, they turn it up in the best ways.
Phenomenal.
And shout out to Foreign for always having us there, and Mikey for brewing us beer. And yeah, also the beer should be actually out soon in places near you. I know Charcuterie and Griffith has ordered some, and Set 'em Up and Griffith ordered a keg.
Nice.
So if you are if you go there, you'll find it and drink it and think about us. Think about the taste.
Yeah. If you guys happen to be drinking a can and you're out in the wild, do us a favor, snap a picture of it and fucking tag us. You do a hashtag Required Taste Podcast. Send us the picture. We'll post it online.
Yeah, we're actually going to be doing that for our merch as well. So there's been a few people that has bought our merch. If you have seen our link tree, the merch website link is in there. It's part of Etsy. If you have our merch, we appreciate it. Take a picture. Send us a picture. Hashtag Required Taste, or send it to us. We'll post it on our own page. We want to show more love to our listeners, especially since there's so many of you now. Like there's a lot more than there used to be in a very short span of time. So thank you for that too. We appreciate the support. Again, we see you. We see you. And that's why you get 4 kisses every time you come back. Because, love is real.
Guaranteed.
The love is real. So, Deej, you've been missing for a few weeks now down in Venezuela.
I've been gone. I've been traveling
And
the world.
You've been lost.
hey, not
You
all that
fucking
wander.
wish I was lost, man.
Not
Yeah, I
all
want that
that.
motherfucking chair.
You had 3 weeks to claim this fucking chair.
I just
Don't
feel like
give me
being- I
that.
just feel like being nice today. That's
Oh, today's the day.
it. Yeah, today's
you
the
felt
day.
like it's because
but
we're
the
not.
moment already passed.
It's because it's
So we're back.
I should have knew we weren't doing Star Wars because he was being too nice. Because if we were doing Star Wars, I would have walked in and you would have started cutting my Achilles.
No, I would have shown up late so I could go immediately.
You would have Musashi'd me.
Yeah, great reference.
That is a good one.
Great reference.
Go back and listen to our Brave Fencer Musashi, the fencer Musashi.
Also, read the Book of
Miyamoto.
5 Rings.
Yeah, Book of Fire Rings is phenomenal. I said Brave Fencer Musashi. I'm thinking about the fucking was that PS1 or PS2 game that they came out with for him?
I was unaware.
Really?
Oh, it was a cartoony version of him. I love that game. That was so fucking good. It was made by Squaresoft back in the day. Back when Square was still making good games.
Probably
wow.
a PlayStation.
I think it was PlayStation 1?
Yeah, probably PlayStation
Squaresoft,
1,
there's a core
dude.
memory.
There it is. You're welcome.
Wow.
Yeah, but the
can
game was
hear
called
it.
Brave
Yeah,
Fencer Musashi. Yeah.
No shit.
But yeah, Musashi Miyamoto. That was actually one of our most listened to episodes.
Really
Go back
is.
and check it out.
Super good one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Really
Anyways,
funny episode. Yeah.
So yeah, you will get the reference of why Ben waiting in the woods being late. Staring at DJ is a reference to
That would have worked too. That would have threw me all off my fucking game.
Just
Like,
hey.
oh shit! God, damn. I gotta scoot this up.
There you go.
I'm in the zone right here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Comfortable?
I gotta see Ben too.
You gotta
don't-
make eye
I
contact.
say don't put that thing within arm's reach of me here.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You know what? I think this is how I used to do it.
Oh, you want
I don't know how you used to do it, man.
It's been so long.
It's been weeks.
Yeah, I should have just did the handheld. You know.
There you go.
Yeah.
I thought you were legit
Legitimately
going to,
right?
I feel like after like half hour, I would have regretted it, and then I
I
would
mean,
have had
you're
to.
probably right,
you know.
but
Right.
yeah, I really thought it was something you were going to go for.
So, Deej, we usually have a question from you, man. What you got one for us? You've
do.
had weeks to think of one.
I do. I have a bunch of questions. I had 2 or 3 for Star Wars, but I get to save them, so that's
Indeed.
cool. So this one was actually a question that somebody asked me. This is my bass player in my band, East Moon. His name's Santi. He just recently started listening to us. He's going through the whole catalog, but he goes.
That brave soul.
Yeah, right.
I was
Honestly.
like, dude, from the beginning. And he was like, it's so good. I was like, You know,
I think we get better at least, but okay. That's
Sure.
cool. Right?
right? Whatever.
It's like my friend Ashley, she started from the beginning. I'm like, ooh, from the beginning, you say.
Yeah.
That was the
every
dark
so-
times.
Every so often, I go back to Woodrow Wilson just to humble me.
You know what? He did say the Woodrow Wilson one is his favorite one so far.
I believe that.
Yeah, he
I feel
said
like
it's-
we opened strong.
We did. We cursed that man's name to oblivion.
You're welcome.
Honestly, yeah, that's true. That's a good one.
Yeah. But Santi is, I actually asked this question over the weekend. So
We were
I know,
camping.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot you did ask about this. Yeah.
But I don't even think anybody ever answered. I think it just kind of dwindled away because we were hiking, got busy. So Santi is writing a book, fiction book about a serial killer, and he's like kind of describing the book. And he asked me a question because he's legitimately trying to figure it out in his book. And he's like, if you were getting murdered by a prolific serial killer, like if you were one of the victims, what song would you hear playing in your head? Would you want to be playing as you were dying?
Okay, you did ask this question, and I had I had half of an answer. I think like something from the 70s, and then I like walked away.
Oh my god, dude! Just something like like some Delphonics or some shit like that.
Yeah. Like it's gonna have some rhythm to it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something funky.
Just ride it out slow. Yeah. See, I picked the Pixies. Where's my mind?
Okay,
I
that's a
feel
good
like
one.
that would have been a good one to go out to.
That's interesting you mentioned that because there was I was just gonna finish playing Cyberpunk 2077 again, and one of the final ones in there, if you I don't want to spoil the ending, but one of the endings of it is called "Where Is My Mind" because of what happens at the end of the game.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like I'm like, yeah, that was like I read. I'm like, oh yeah, I get that. That's a good reference.
See, I would pick that one, or I would pick the song that they play in the Jackass movie, where it's if you're gonna be dumb, you got to be tough.
Yeah, that's fair.
A good like folky like bluegrass song. I think that would be nice to fucking go out to. Nice little happy ending.
There we go.
Okay,
There we go.
some life in there.
Yeah. And so first instinct is Arms of an Angel, but it's only going to be funny to me because I'm going to be the only one hearing it.
Oh my god!
So,
That's a good one.
but the real answer, because nobody else would hear that since it's in my head, is Bright Lights by Gary Clark Jr.
Oh, I don't know if I know that one.
I don't know that one either.
If
Actually,
we have music for Greg's Roast, that's what I want my intro to be.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
listen to that later. Just
So
so I
you're
get
gonna
the
love
feel.
it.
I'm gonna understand.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
yeah, I think you need to send that to the group chat just so
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
all
That-
and
yeah.
we can get on the same level as you with that one.
Love that song. Or maybe someone by Otis Taylor.
Okay.
Ooh,
Maybe.
yeah.
Nasty Letter.
Okay. Yeah, I mess with
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you got to have something like that's gonna hit the soul
Or,
at the end.
or what is it? Sam and Dave, hold on.
Oh god. Fuck it.
Like you said, you mentioned, I was like, oh, Otis Redding. Like, oh yeah, sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time.
Nice. Okay. Good.
Yeah, like mine's definitely gonna be something from the Motown era. It has to be. Like it's just it's my personality. So, we gonna be chilling up there, man.
The fucking Redbone by fucking
Oh, Charles Gambino.
Charles Gambino. I feel
Hell
like
yeah.
that'd be a good one to fucking.
Man, last night was jam night over at Charcuterie, and a buddy of mine goes there and plays. Pretty much every Wednesday, you'll catch him there, Rodney. And he did Redbone. He actually did his cover of it.
Oh, that's
Dude,
awesome.
that boy kills that song, man. He
That's
really,
awesome.
he puts his own like spin to it. Like he slows it down a little bit more than it's already slowed down. And it's chef's kiss, man. That boy can sing his ass off.
First time I ever heard Sitting in Dock of the Bay was actually performed live. And not by anybody other than just, a local band or,
sure.
whatever. But that was Slippery Noodle in Indianapolis.
I know the place, yeah.
And, awesome place. It's my favorite bar in the world.
I'm going Indianapolis next weekend.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bino
Yeah,
tournament.
Beano's tournament.
Have you been there?
To Slippery Noodle?
Yeah.
No, I've just walked past it
So
several
you got
times.
to check
never
it out.
stopped by.
There's 2 stages in there.
Okay.
So there's a front and a back, and I think it's at least pre-COVID. They're Saturday nights. They always had 2 acts going. You can't hear the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You
set
know
up
what?
perfectly.
I think I did go there one time.
There's blues shit all over the place.
Yeah,
Blues
that's-
Brothers stuff.
that's
all
why
over
I
the
know
place.
about it.
Didn't
Because
we
of-
go in there with when we were in Indianapolis with what's your Tim?
No, we went to I forget the name of the place. It wasn't Slippery Noodle though.
Okay,
It
because
was something-
I
it was something
remember
else.
a lot of music, 2 stages. We walked in, we were like, and got the fuck
Yeah,
out
we
real
booked
quick.
out, right. Yeah, there was that was fuck, what's that name? I can't remember that place, but it was something similar to that, yes.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause it was a massive building that we went into because they had like indoor bowling and shit
Yeah.
on one part, and then like the other part was there was like an upstairs, I think.
Yeah.
Had some other shit going on. Yeah, no, we didn't stay that long. 'Cause we would have stayed there longer if the service didn't fucking suck.
Yeah.
Was
yeah.
that place on Mass Ave?
I can't remember.
The one that you're talking about?
I was drinking. It was my birthday, dude. I was not sober.
Because the last
It
time
was my birthday and I wasn't driving. So there was nothing sober about me.
Yeah, because the last time I was in Indy just a couple of weeks ago
Mm-hmm.
was for my cousin's birthday, and we went to some place called, I think it's like Pins Mechanical or something. And
Could
it's a giant bowling alley with an upstairs with all this.
Well, because
crap and
it was
young
bowl.
people.
They had like a few. Yeah, that was that.
Yeah.
It was like a few bowling lanes. Then there was like some arcade games, I think.
Yeah.
And the bar was in the middle, a circular bar in the middle. There's a DJ booth to the top right. There were stairs right next to the DJ booth. They went upstairs, whatever the fuck was upstairs. And there was some other stuff in there too. I can't remember what else was in there. There was a bunch in that place though.
Okay.
But
I
the
don't know.
service
Maybe-
was god awful, and I'm not gonna sit and wait for.
Right.
It wasn't even that busy. Like I
Yeah.
remember, we were all just like standing there, like, well, can we get like a drink? And they just like kept walking past. Like, okay, that's fine. We can take our money elsewhere. You can suck a dick, and we did.
Yep.
They
It was
heard
great.
they heard your Chicago A's. I'm like, fuck these people.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I get that all the time. If I go like farther than Indianapolis, hey, y'all from Chicago, ain't you?
Sometimes I feel like farther than Lafayette.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like once you pass Lafayette, that's enough, depending on
Yeah.
who you're talking to
Yeah, honestly.
and everything. But yeah, if you haven't been to the Noodle though, I can't suggest it enough.
Yeah,
I love that
I'll
place.
probably suggest that when I go because we're coming in Saturday morning and we're just there for a night.
Yeah,
for the-
oldest bar in Indy too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I did not know that part. I've definitely been there before though, but I didn't know that
Yeah.
that was the oldest.
Oh yeah.
It's tight.
actually, it's either the oldest or the first or both.
Well, I mean, that could be the same thing.
Yeah, but because even if it's the oldest, it just means it's the oldest one that's still around.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to say it's like the first.
You know, I
some
might
such.
be down in Indy soon because the NFL schedule came out, and the Colts are playing the Bears in Indy
Oh,
in
okay.
September.
Oh yeah.
And most of my friends are Bears. I'm a Bears fan too, but I'm a Colts fan first. So I know people are going to go because it's like a 2-hour drive, and the tickets aren't that expensive.
No, right.
So like you get good seats for like $150.
No, nothing wrong with that.
So like
Can't beat that.
pretty sure I'm gonna be Indy. I'll check it out. See what's going on.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Indy. What up?
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, so what we got going on today? You know what's funny? Well, before we dive into the topic, I'm sorry. So we're also collecting sound bites. So if you all have any kind of sound bites that you love, like something that made you laugh, reach out to us. Tell us like the episode and the time frame it took place in, so we can
Yeah.
take that bite out. The reason why I reminded myself of that is because I actually was like every time we say anywho, or
Yeah.
I try to keep you assholes on track.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something really cool with it. I'm looking for like short clips, maybe 3 to 7 seconds at the most. If you guys happen to remember an episode where somebody said a funny joke or yelled or whatever, did a voice, an impression, if you can remember, just send us the episode and the timestamp, because eventually, hopefully in the next week or so, I'll have something really cool made up for you guys.
Yeah, so please let us know. Like we said, if you have our beer and you take a picture of it in a cool place, we'll post it. If you have our merch, take a picture with it. We'll post it. If you have a cool or one of the, if we've made you laugh and there was something that just sticks out to you, if you have like a clip of that, or just let us know and we'll take that clip out for you as well. We have a couple. We just need some more. So you all have been super supportive as always. So we just need a little help. Little help from the listeners on this one.
Hell yeah.
So the topic today, this is one of Ben's, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. We were going to do this a few weeks ago, and DJ's car decided to,
Pearl Harbor itself for a change.
yeah,
Mitsubishi King over here.
yeah. That, honestly, the sound of your engine sounded like you were getting shot at.
Oh yeah.
It was
That my
violent.
engine was trying to exit the vehicle. My engine was like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here."
Yeah,
Seppuku.
Literally, it was trying to commit honorable Subaru on itself.
Mitsubishi.
Literally took my ancestors fought against the greedy Americans. I am ashamed. We used to be kings.
Between the car, I know some of you guys know I play music. I've been really, really fucking busy just with life, music, and all other kinds of stuff. So, of course, thank you, Ben, and you guys for your patience. But playtime's over, motherfuckers.
Oh, is it? Well, plot twist. We lied. We're doing Star Wars now. Fucker.
God damn.
Musashi.
We gotta have like the
Sean's
Chinese.
right behind the corner.
We gotta have like the Asian whistle noise that happens in like movies. Like
I got this. That's all you get.
All right, that's perfect. Okay, so the funnier thing about today's topic too is we were supposed to do Star Wars. Somehow we got a little miscommunication. So some words got a little mixed up, little flip flopped.
Pretty much before we started recording, there was yelling, a lot of it. So there's that.
I apologize for it not being recorded.
One of these days, I'm just going to hit the record button to see what happens.
Just let it roll.
Just see what happens.
I appreciate the danger.
But I feel like we need John here for it too, though. Like John needs to be a part of that just because of the shit he says. Just that sets you on a path of war.
Oh yeah.
And then
He still hasn't told me what he thought my 9/11 thoughts were.
I don't.
It still bothers me.
Okay.
It still bothers me.
Between that and you dadding the fuck out of Brandy that day after we recorded.
Check your fucking oil and change it.
Check your oil. I got mine changed this weekend.
It goes out to Brandy. That goes out to Sadie. She knows who she is. It's my cousin.
I wasn't going to ask. I was just going to keep pushing. I was going to leave it as a mystery, honestly. Like, if Sadie listens to our podcast, that's cool.
She does.
That's neat. Sup? Change your oil. Change your oil. It was hilarious because we were talking to Brandy about checking the oil, and I'm like, yeah, you know what happened to Charlie when he didn't check his oil? Car was ruined. Had to get a new one. You know what happened to DJ? Do you want to be like Charlie and DJ? She's like, no, I don't. I'm like, yeah, do better.
If Charlie changed his oil, he'd grow.
And her fucking car is like older than John. That motherfucker is like
No, it's not, but it would be hilarious if it was.
Yeah.
I know what year her car is. I'm like, it's getting there.
What's that, Brandy's?
Yeah.
What was that? That's like a 2000s?
I think it was
Did you
06.
say 2007?
6 or 7, yeah.
Yeah. Impressive.
Yeah, John's not that young.
So he claims.
He's getting there.
I've never seen his license.
The boy can't grow facial hair.
I bet you have pubic hair older than John.
I guarantee I do.
That's what I'm talking about.
I guarantee I do. All I'm saying is I've never seen John's license. We've never verified that his birth year is 19 fucking anything.
He could be a fucking spy for all I know.
Oh, he is.
Easily, actually. The subterfuge is so good.
You fucking narc.
Dude, everywhere we go is like, is your friend a cop? No.
I'm so glad it's not me anymore.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, when my beard was shorter. Yeah, and
I can see that.
the whole
John?
not drinking thing and everything.
Yeah.
John looks like one of those guys that cops pull over that pretend to be cops.
Yeah. Those are my favorite. I love those. Those and like auditors.
Okay, all right, we have a topic today. All right, well, we've now bullshitted for 23 minutes instead of the usual 15. You're welcome for the extra content. Anywho, so this week, last night before, I think this topic was brought up by you, Ben. I think this was one of yours. Well, we were supposed to get to it a couple weeks ago, but life happens. So, Ben, what are we talking about today, dude? What we got going on? Tell me about it.
Talking about the Galactic Trade Federation. You fuck.
Yes, were they right?
Was
it legal?
After episode 3, it's just a fucking movie of hide and seek, of galactic fucking hide and seek. God
So
damn it.
anyway, we're talking about the phantom time hypothesis. I had to get one more. The phantom time hypothesis. Something proposed by the German historian I think we pronounce it Herbert. It might be pronounced differently, but Herbert Illig.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely his name.
Yeah, who believes it's that troublesome eye right there in the middle, you know. But leave it to the Germans anyway. Who proposes that we have 300 years that were added to the calendar in a grand conspiracy.
All right.
And the base of the Dark Ages never happened.
Excuse me. Okay, sure. Sure.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, there's been a few dark periods of history, so I'm surprised you went for that one, not the other one. The collapse of the Bronze Age.
Not fair.
That was a really dark time. We were just now becoming civilizations, and they got all wiped out by the sea people. They don't even have a name. But anyways, yeah, they call them. They didn't have a name for the people that wiped them out, so it was just called them the sea people.
Wow.
So the thing. I want to talk about them eventually because it was a very interesting story, but that's beyond the point.
Well, when did they actually start documenting things on paper?
On paper?
Paper?
Yeah,
Oh.
like I mean, I know they were like scribing stuff and stone and
Yeah,
shit like that, but when did they actually start
It would
keeping track of stuff
probably
like that?
so you would probably, I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up.
You would
Yeah.
probably search papyrus,
Yeah.
and that would be the beginning
Yeah,
of writing on parchment or
Yeah.
or whatever you would render that to.
because that's my like the thing about the whole racing, like you know, because it like you say with the Bronze Age and then now this stuff, it appears like it would be kind of easy.
Yeah. Well,
know?
it also, I mean, we'll find out here in a second, but it also is going to coincide with literacy, the literacy rate,
Yeah,
you know, at the time.
Which actually kind of feeds into the theory if we're talking about that.
It does. It does.
So the first time paper was actually used is being traced back to 200 BCE in China.
oh,
So longer than I actually thought
wow,
it would be.
yeah.
But the Chinese were always on top. They were always like first for a lot of things.
Yeah, but I would have expected Europe, honestly, for that. Honestly.
Sure. Yeah, it was. They actually had a whole process by 105 105 CE of actually making paper in mass production.
Oh, wow.
Well, making how to make paper in
Yeah,
large
their
quantities.
version of mass production for the day.
Right.
Yeah.
So going back into the writing thing though, because like you had just briefly mentioned, and one of my favorite and least favorite things about this time for period of Europe is if you look at the common person, they're stupider than fuck. They can't read. You have the peasantry
5%, I believe.
could actually
During
read,
the Dark
and that was the church and maybe the royalty,
Yeah.
but the church for sure. And maybe the royalty,
Yeah.
because even all of them couldn't read.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't all of the church.
Sure, it could
You
be,
know.
and that's just the priest
Yeah,
at that
that's
point
kinda what I'm
because
getting at.
nuns couldn't read either.
Right. It's
So-
literally the entire point of Latin.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
to keep people dumb,
Just keep it right.
you know?
So
a good point.
One of the things, if you look into, especially like the history of the church at the time, you would go to the church service and your priest, rabbi, reverend, whatever, they would be in the front of the church and they would actually not even speak to you. They would have their back turned towards you and speak to the cross. So they'll be reading, from the scripture. Their backs are to the people.
Wow.
So they're not talking to you. They don't fuck about you. They're talking to God.
Doing the literal conduit.
Yeah, and so the people that could read were pretty much just the church. Even the use of writing back then was just for the church, or if you were very rich. If you were very very rich, you could have something like written for you. Because it was if you ever get a chance to look at the books from back then, it was like you're reading artwork at that point because every letter was a piece of art almost. Like even like the pictures that were in it were artwork that were drawn by these monks. That were in the employ of the church as well. So pretty much if you were part of the church, you had all the power. That's it. Like nobody else did. You had the literal conduit, like you said, to heaven was through you, and that's it.
That's wild. It's such a fucking snake move to do something like that, man.
I mean,
goddamn church. Like, what
if
the
you have
fuck,
power.
man? God damn it. I hate it.
That's what happens when you centralize these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like the center of their life was the church. I mean, like even if you're looking at old villages, they were always built at the center of it was the church.
Well, I more meant like the Vatican.
Oh.
Like the church itself is centralized.
Oh, sure.
And mirrors a government.
Sure.
So this is why I didn't really look into it at all. When did the difference between Catholicism and Christianity start? Like, where's the split?
Well, they are the same thing, but you're referring to the denomination of Catholics.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it seems to me
'cause-
that's always like, at least back then, that what it comes down to.
Yeah,
is-
well, I mean, really, yeah, that's a tough one because it's
So-
kind of Christianity's first, Catholicism takes over, and that was, kind of the Roman Empire.
Yeah, because it was part of Rome,
Right.
the Vatican is Rome.
And actually, it ties into this as well.
True.
Yeah.
So we're talking just to answer your question. The Roman Catholic Church can be traced back to 30 CE. So 30 Common Era.
Okay.
That's Common Era now, right?
Yeah, Common Era and before
Common Era, right? Instead of after death and before whatever.
Yeah, we say after death. It's really the year of our Lord.
Sure.
Ad Domini.
I can't remember Latin, dude.
Domini.
You know, they had us
something
learn
like that.
Latin in like middle school.
Really?
This is real strange. I don't remember shit.
I wouldn't expect you to.
Dead language. I'm not a doctor, and it's a dead language. I don't need it.
Yeah.
You could make a Looney Tunes character.
No. Anywho.
Speedicus roosterus. That's the one thing I could think of that wasn't the Roadrunner, but still a bird.
Oh, shit.
Get out of my house.
God damn it.
Okay. Where were we? So we're talking about how, centralized religion, again, religion being the most powerful thing of the time, reading and writing. I think we're going to pick up from there.
Yeah, that's the split between Christianity and Catholicism.
Yeah, well, they're still Christian. They are still Christians. Just the denominations were really what
And
separated
there's
them.
been so many, it's hard to answer because there's been so many reformations.
Well, a lot of Protestant ones.
Yeah, and so you have Martin Luther, but then you have like King Henry or Henry VIII rather.
And that was Lutherans. Or what is he Protestant? I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
It depends who you fucking ask.
Because there was a split there too.
Yeah,
Because of the whole divorce thing.
Yeah, he split from the Catholic Church and made the Church of England Protestant.
Right, because he wanted to divorce his wife.
Divorce.
Okay, yeah.
Well, it was better than killing her, which was his prior plan.
Killing the others.
Well, yeah, that was his other plans. It worked before, but he kind of felt bad about it.
Right.
Oh, no. So...
This is taking a turn.
I'm trying to get back on track, dude.
Okay.
But no, it's to DJ's point, not that he had one. It does tie in because none of this.
I know it ties in, motherfucker. That's why I asked, goddammit.
Listen here. You don't get to miss 6 fucking weeks and give me attitude.
I think I can.
You know what? I believe in you. But because without the Catholic Church, none of this happens. But also without the in theory, without the Byzantines and the Catholic Church, and then Charlemagne, this theory doesn't happen.
Yeah, I guess I don't want to like spoil it.
Yeah. Well,
right away, but
so we run originally as Rome conquered lands and spread throughout the Mediterranean. Julius Caesar noticed that because everybody had different calendars, some solar, some lunar, some arbitrary, some based on the season, and some whatever. And just like England is essentially the reason that we have time zones, and it was their train schedule. It was Rome. It was Julius Caesar getting his empire on the same wavelength with the calendar. So you had the Julian calendar based on the solar year, and I forget if they actually miscalculated or they knew and just didn't care at the time. I think it was miscalculation. Where yes, a year is 365 days, but it's 365 point whatever.
Yeah,
I forget. I forget exactly. You can look it up.
Leap year.
Yeah, and so, but they didn't account for that
Right.
Or no, wait,
I believe they did account.
They
for
accounted for leap years, but not in the century, I think is what it is. Either way, you end up with 100, or you end up with an extra day every 128 years, is what happened with the Julian calendar. So now, Pope Gregory, in 1528, he does his math, his Pope math, and
It's just math with a fancy hat.
well, and the smoke.
Oh, gotta have a lot of incense.
The
the
incense.
fucking Palo Alto.
Pythagorean and
The Espiritu Santos.
Nomine Patris Spiritus Sancti.
More incense.
The spirit of Pythagoras. And because it's the only Latinish name I know in math.
We just fucking excise all the demons out of your house.
We
It's about time.
we just exercise every Catholic listener that we actually had, the whole three of them, probably.
They
But,
were Protestant Catholics?
yeah, well, that's more what I meant, practicing. But there's some nun writing an angry letter right now in the future.
They were probably the ones that taught me in school.
This is true.
They're keeping an eye on you.
They probably are. Mean old
I'm
biddies.
sure the Vatican has a spy network, but that's another day.
Oh, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, I'm here for it. But so yeah, Pope Gregory in 1528 did the math and realized that every 128 years they were getting an extra day, and that this was throwing them off for the past. Oh, I'm sorry if I didn't say the Julian calendar came into effect 45 BC, and so 1528 AD. This is where he notices the problem and accounts for figures out that there's some errors in here and adds 10 days back to the calendar. So you went to bed on the 4th and you woke up on the 15th. So you would have woke up on the 5th. So 5 plus 10.
Yeah.
So so adds it to the calendar that way, and fixed, done, blah blah blah. We're and a lot of this had to do with getting Easter back on track.
Yeah, that's what I remember, because they were trying to align everything up with the equinox.
Correct.
They were trying to have that lined up, and he had got a bunch of fucking mathematicians. And they fucking smoked the fucking place out, and they were like, this is what it's going to be.
No, right.
Yeah.
And really, it's just amazing. I mean, it's amazing when you think what they could do back in the day. Honestly, just mathematically with, I mean, essentially looking through toilet paper tubes into the sky. But so our Illig guy posits that shouldn't have worked, and it shouldn't have. That 10 days wasn't enough, and it should have been 13 and just go online and you can see the math. I'm not going to recount it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
Because I want to fall asleep.
that 300 years are not accounted for, and so he posits that the years roughly 614 to 911 AD did not happen. And it's a grand conspiracy, a grand global conspiracy in the day and age before the internet.
Yeah, see, that's what fucks me up. Because in order for this to work, everybody has to agree.
The Romans, the Chinese, well, the Asians
Africa,
in general.
everybody has to agree.
Even the people we don't know about on another continent that hasn't been discovered yet.
And not only do they have to agree, they have to uphold that through generations and generations and generations.
I mean, I could kind of see it with how powerful the Catholic Church was at the time. I can see it.
That's the thing. The Knights of the Templar did some real crazy shit, man, to hold things together. You know what I mean?
That's a whole nother story, actually. We need to. I've been wanting to talk about the Knights Templar for quite some time now.
That's a deep one.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But I just don't see the Huns or the Celts really helping.
Fuck no!
Or the Mongolians.
Well, the Mongolian horde never did invade the Western Europe, so
right. But
so I mean,
I don't.
So you have the most powerful army known to man. The Living Catholic Church is like, see this funny hat? Nah, I ain't fucking with them.
Yeah, just let them
be over there.
Thing.
Maybe they didn't like the food.
They couldn't have. They couldn't have. There's no way.
Yeah, that's and the Islamic world too. That's the
Well,
that's
there
the
have
big
been
one, too.
several crusades about what
We say Ukraine say to get past the censors.
No.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and what fucking censors?
Right.
So yeah, the Islamic world, like everybody has to be in on it.
Right.
Everybody has to be in on it or convinced of it, at least that. And I guess I should say that, yeah, we, according to this guy's theory, we're living in the 1720s right now, according to this guy's theory.
Yeah, I'm good. This is America now.
And it also means
we are America. 1776 happened
I was
already.
just gonna say, let's just make 1776 zero then.
yeah, just that's fucking day one. Right?
I'm okay with that.
But
I'm
like,
okay with that. I'm good with that.
not only is it like everybody has to agree, but then that means a lot of significant things never happen.
Significant.
You know, which kind of brings us to Charlemagne too, because that's like a lot of the stuff he did is kind of like if that didn't happen, what's fucking happening?
So
here, you know?
yeah, and you're talking about fall of the Western Roman Empire being made up, 476 AD, barbarian invasions and migrations reshaping Europe, rise of the Germanic kingdoms and the Byzantine Empire in the east. Byzantine Emperor Justinian I attempts to reconquer the Western Roman Empire.
Yeah, it didn't work.
This entire spread of Christianity.
Right.
7th century AD, rise of Islam in the Arabian Peninsula, Islamic conquest spread across the Middle East, North Africa, and into Europe. 8th century AD, Charlemagne becomes king of the Franks and later emperor of the Carolingian Empire. Let's see here. 9th century, Viking expansion continues, reaching as far as North America and Mediterranean. Feudalism solidifies as the dominant social and economic system in Europe. Fairly well documented.
Leif Erikson. There we go. I'm like, who the fuck was a Viking dude? Leif Erikson. There we go. Thank you.
That's the second time we've talked about him now, actually.
The best mention him, yeah.
Yeah. And let's see here. Oh, the 10th century, where this would, in theory, end because, the fragmentation of the Carolingian Empire and, beginning of the High Middle Ages.
Right.
So everything I just listed up to the High Middle Ages wouldn't have happened. And they posit that there's very little archaeological evidence of time.
What?
Yes, of this specific time period between in that 300 span.
Just because it's dark doesn't mean people weren't doing shit.
Right. Well, and also just because it was there doesn't mean it had to survive.
Well, sure.
You know.
Sure.
So there's very little writing, very little technological expansion.
Sure.
Again,
The
dark ages.
The dark part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's why I asked in the beginning when writing started, because I was like, I guess it is kind of easy to just kind of erase it. But then again, how much were people even reading and writing at the time?
Again, 5%.
Well, we've had it has happened a few times throughout history, anyways, where like great libraries or like great works of literature have been completely destroyed.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the library of the Great Library of Alexandria.
The big one.
The what?
The big one.
Yeah, that burned down. Thanks, Romans. That was Romans that destroyed that one, right?
I think you're right.
Pretty sure that was. Yeah, because it was when they no, not the point. Anyways, yeah. So thanks, Rome, for that one. Fucking assholes. You have the other library that was when the Jews had left. This is the beginning of Christianity. Actually, was when the Jews had left with their with their writings, but the library that they had it all stored in was destroyed. There was the Muslim one as well that was destroyed library wise.
Wow.
During the Crusades. That was sort of like the one that was in France. Well, what is now France, or was it Spain? No, Spain.
It should have been Spain.
It was been Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the Moors were.
The Moors, right? Yeah, that one. Thank you for helping me out there. This is off the top of my head. I've written none of this down. This is what I remember. And they were advanced in science, way farther than we would have been if they had destroyed it. They came up with the concept of zero.
Yeah,
like
that fucks me up so much. Is like being a mathematician back then. Like you said, you're basically looking at a fucking tube in the sky, and you're like, it is Thursday 3:43.
Yeah,
nailed
it. Like how the fuck?
Like to me, like the biggest takeaway from any of the ancient stuff that we talk about is like the power of your mind when you got nothing better to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like, my God, I'm almost jealous.
It's just completely no unfiltered,
Yeah,
no
like,
distractions.
There's no air conditioning. I can't sleep. Oh, what am I going to do? I'll think.
Yeah. Let me think about this. Yeah.
Oh,
And
man.
I invented this the concept of nothingness.
Yeah.
What was the years talking about here again? The Dark Ages were what centuries?
641 to 911.
Okay, so that would have been 8th century.
The 600s
10.
would be the 7th.
Right.
That would be
So it would be
8th
10th century.
And
then.
then, yeah.
So in the 9th century, I was trying to remember because I remember one of the Moors just off the top of my head because he tried to fly. He failed, but he lived though.
Oh,
He did
okay.
live.
So he wasn't brave enough.
He was pretty high out there. But Abbas N. Farinas was his name. He actually
I
dropped.
know that name.
Well, yeah, because he was actually
Yeah.
really famous.
Okay.
It was- yeah, like so before people think like, oh well, the flying machines from what's his fucking name, Da Vinci. Like, yeah, this dude, way lesser known, has essentially made wings and jumped off a building. He actually flew for a while though. Until he didn't.
What a fucking sack on that guy.
I think
Dude,
Hell
the stones.
didn't Toy
fucking-
Story call that falling with style?
He definitely did. He definitely did. He was out there for a little while.
So actually, because we brought up centuries, a lot of this is believed that, and they don't always say this. It kind of seems there seems to be some conflict on this, but one of the conspiracies is that this was all done so that I'm sorry, not Pope, Otto, oh God, Emperor. There we go. God.
There we go.
Emperor Otto would reign over the new millennium. So it would be year 1000. And then there's a religious tie-in thinking that Jesus was going to come back.
Yeah.
And I read, which, how are you going to fool the Son of God into what year it is? And
Well, my daddy said,
like, you're going to reach up to heaven and like reset the alarm clock? It's, oh shit, I'm late.
I mean, if anybody could.
Like,
Yeah,
you know?
that's just the fucking arrogance
Yeah,
of any
right.
fucking religion
Right.
right there, you know.
You know, and but yeah, so that was supposedly the crux of this. And again, they're guessing a lot. They're guessing a lot with this hypothesis, but yeah, they wanted to rule over the new millennium,
Yeah.
and then yeah, the Jesus side is in there too. But
And I love a good conspiracy too. I really love when it's like, could it really be fucking true? They were just trying to wipe out this one fucking guy. So, you know, this other event could happen. Because Charlemagne was like, all the things I remember reading is like, everyone was like calling him the father of Europe.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Well, the I think the common thread is that Charlemagne did too much, or too much is attributed to him.
Yeah.
Oh,
To where he can't,
sure.
you know, he can't be like, you know, maybe he's 2 or 3 people, or you know, somebody's lineage all compressed into one person.
Yeah.
An amalgamation would be the word.
I remember reading something about like religious music started during the time Charlemagne was doing all
really?
his shit. Yeah, they actually started like all the hymns and the songs and shit like that, which I thought was pretty.
Just during his time, or it's like attributed to him.
I really don't know. It might have been attributed to him where they started doing things like that, but I vaguely remember, because like I don't have my laptop today. I vaguely remember reading that they started doing the all that fucking.
You need to go back because that was terrible. But
I was never there in the first place.
Like, should I just put like the Halo theme real quick or something? Or what are we doing here?
that sounded a lot closer.
Whatever. It's the same fucking thing. And now that I think
Now
about
without the soul,
it,
there wasn't any soul in that. You want to come over and talk to me about unseasoning names a couple fucking episodes back? I'll fucking school you on religious songs.
God damn it. If Ben starts singing fucking church hymns, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I actually remember one in Latin right now, oddly enough. Thanks, brain.
Well, I don't know, and I'm still worried I added an extra fucking syllable in there, but I still don't know where I got papyrus from. Like, why do I still know that word? Like, I'm very happy I still know that word, but
Oh, sure.
It's probably been a minute since I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think we talked about how the Gregorian calendar fixes anything, did we?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
No.
So the Gregorian calendar introduced by Pope Gregory, which is why you have BC and AD, in case you didn't know, because it was invented by the church. But all that being said, most accurate calendar we've ever had, despite the title of the episode. Introduced in 1582, and it is the most widely used calendar system today. And there are those that don't, and I think pretty much anybody that doesn't is on a lunar year, like the Chinese, for the most part.
Yeah.
So it's still solar calendar based. Let's see here. Replace the Julian calendar, adjusted for inaccuracies in its calculation of leap years. The Gregorian calendar has 365 days in a common year, 366 days in a leap year, with leap years occurring every 4 years. I think it's supposed to be divisible by 4, unless that was a change between the two. So I could be wrong.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I know the Julian calendar was divisible by 4, but I wrote down every 4 on this one. So trust.
Well, a leap year is every 4 years, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but 4, 8, 12, 16, they're all divisible by 4.
Sure.
So, yeah, I don't know if the way I wrote it here is right or the way I wrote it originally is right. So, trust but verify. Except for years divisible by 100, but not by 400. This adjustment keeps the calendar in alignment with the solar year, ensuring holidays and seasons occur at roughly the same time each year, because obviously Easter moves now.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to, the Julian.
My birthday was Easter last year, man. I did rise. So much everybody's surprised. I have risen. You're all welcome.
God damn it.
I should have brought my Jesus costume with me to that Airbnb. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, you
I just walked downstairs.
I was born on Thanksgiving. I've been playing second fiddle to a bird my entire fucking life.
Not even a smart one either,
No,
but at least a delicious one.
I hate turkey.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a ham guy.
I have like so much turkey in my
like-
fridge right now.
Like,
Yeah, I fuck with turkey.
yeah, like,
Heavy.
like Christmas is my time. Ham.
I
all
mean,
day.
I do prefer ham over turkey on the holidays.
Yeah.
But turkey, I'll never say no.
I literally have 3 different types of turkey in my fridge right now. I have
Yeah, you're still gonna have them when I leave.
That's fine.
I can promise you that.
Well, that's good. Don't go in my fridge. There's nothing in there for you.
Oh shit.
But yeah, so that's how the Gregorian calendar fixed the original Julian calendar, and that's what we're on today. No changes. But yeah, as we started saying, yeah, one of the big problems with Herbert, such a weird German name. I just don't. But he's hiding something else. Like,
Well, obviously.
like I've never, a German Herbert. I don't believe it.
What are you up to, Herb?
Yeah, like
What the fuck's going
it's
on?
way too of a suburbanite name.
Yeah.
A suburbanite American name.
Like he definitely came over an Operation Paperclip.
Yeah.
Like that's the Herbert we're talking
Yeah,
about.
there you go.
Yeah, he had a real German name. They're like, Herbert. You are now
I
Herbert.
don't fancy the Herbert.
He just got one syllable out. You're Herbert.
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 But I don't fancy the Herbert.
He just really liked sherbet. And the guys at Ellis Island were fucking with him.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's a good one. You know what? You remind me of something because you kept talking about the Julian calendar, and of course, like we've been on the Gregorian calendar since forever now. But I just wanted to bring up this one thing that I've always found funny, just because of the hubris of Julius Caesar, and naming a month after himself, and then Augustus doing the same fucking thing.
Well, so to me, what I like about that is it's behind him.
Yeah.
And Caesar was standing in the back.
Yep.
When you think about it, that's what I like about that.
So the month of July, obviously, Caesar, Julius, Julii,
Yeah.
and then Augustus, August. Like you guys just had
That's what I'm talking about.
so much the audacity they carried in those robes.
Fucking leaving a legacy like a motherfucker, though.
Honestly, like the only thing I can compare to it now is Arabia. Because we call it Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Yeah, or, it's just Arabia. There's no Saudi is the name of the family that runs it.
Yeah.
That's not their country. Well, it is their country, but like
Now.
right. This is the audacity they carry in those turbans.
Yeah.
We should do something on the borders of the Middle East.
That
That would be fun. Sykes-Picot.
Yeah, we haven't really touched. There's a few continents we haven't even fucking really dove into.
Oh, we should do one on the number of continents.
Okay.
There's options.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not everybody subscribes to the 7-continent model that we were
Like,
talking.
who the fuck does it?
A significant amount of the world.
I don't give a fuck about them.
Now, it makes sense, though.
Can they beat us in a war?
Well, no.
I don't give a fuck about their opinions.
We'll uncontinent them.
That's where I'm kidding, of course. I'm of course kidding. I do care about other people's cultures, but it's just hilarious being an American and just saying whatever the fuck you want to. Like,
But yeah, no. There's a 3-continent model, a 4, a 5, and a 6.
the fuck's a 3? Okay,
Yeah. So
I answered my own question halfway
Yeah.
through that actually.
theories where the Americas are actually one continental
Yeah,
plate,
and
Eurasia instead of Europe and Asia,
Right.
Africa. Australia is not a continent.
Yeah, it's just a island.
All sorts
It's
of
just a rock.
prison rock.
Literally
all it
a
is.
prison rock that can kill you.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
everything can kill you.
Yeah, there's a couple different.
I'm gonna have to look into that. I've never
Yeah,
really thought about
no,
it.
it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat.
Yeah, cool. So it's 7 continents. Anyways, moving on.
Here at Required Taste, we believe there's 7 fucking continents.
I do respect other cultures. I just love just throw the American line out there because I think we're so ignorant about it. I mean, we are, but that's not the point.
Yeah, we need to have the America fuck yeah soundbite on here. Just a quick little,
I'll work on that.
you know.
I would
yeah.
love
I'm gonna work on
that'll
that.
be fantastic.
I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna do what I can.
Yeah.
However, if you're foreign, don't let our news speak for us, please.
Oh yeah, that news makes us look
Yeah.
like we're all gun toting. Well, half of us are, but our diet is pretty bad. But at least we have fun.
Yeah.
We don't all hate each other, so that's cool.
No. No.
Yeah, we have that going for us.
We like to party, you know.
Yeah, I mean, look at the room. We're the United Nations sitting right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a little everything, a little taste.
See, he did it. He did it.
Okay, United Nations actually functions for something. Not just a useless governing body that just sits on their ass and waits for Americans
I'll
to
believe in Santa Claus before I believe in that shit.
Yeah, you know I don't like the UN either. It's just the easiest way to describe a multicultural group of people.
It is.
Sitting
It
around
is.
a table talking about shit that nobody cares about.
The UN.
Thank you.
No,
That's what I was going for.
they never invented a fucking calendar.
Jackasses.
And if they did, it'd be late somehow.
Oh, look, we're here with aid. Everybody's already dead.
It's hilarious because it's true.
It's pretty bad.
Oh, God. Let's do a Rwanda episode.
Almost just look at Africa. The UN is just gonna make it bad. Really.
Man, you know what? I watched a whole fucking video on the other day just because it popped up on YouTube.
Sure.
I watched a whole video on that 2012 Coney thing.
Oh,
I forgot about
Just
that.
did like a deep
Yeah.
dive on it, and I was like, wow, I remember that.
Is he dead or
He's
in
dead.
prison? Or he is?
Yeah, he's dead
Yeah.
as fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not
I
remember.
think he was already dead when they made
I think
the video.
Yeah, the video.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
he was
dead.
already assassinated. by his-
See, I didn't even know he was assassinated.
Yeah, and like, because I watched a bunch. I just went down a fucking hole. Couldn't
That's how they
sleep.
get you.
Yeah, for like 2 hours watching Coney 2012 videos, and the guy who created it and all the shit he got into, man.
Oh, yeah.
it was honestly
Wild.
one of the first like successful Facebook marketing things that fucking just snagged everybody blindly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Completely blindly, just like
Excuse me.
nobody. Like I remember sharing it. I remember being like, "Oh, check this out." Didn't even read about it.
I never shared it.
Didn't even like.
I definitely
you
read
know,
about it. I'm like, this doesn't sound
Yeah.
right.
Then like 6 hours later, I was like, who the fuck is Coney? Like,
Was it-
I have the internet. I can look at this stuff.
Yeah, the internet was still was free, ish.
Was it Serbia? Somebody was just somebody just had an assassination attempt on him. I want to say it was Serbian prime minister. And I'm like, I was really surprised at how few headlines it was grabbing.
It's just that one page I tagged you in. It's the fucking news. or the fucking news on Instagram.
Oh.
He just mentioned it. I don't remember what it was. Like, because he does that. He'll
Yeah.
just do like 10 facts real quick. He'll be like, welcome to the fucking news. And then he'll just be like, boom, 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 boom. And he'll be like, follow me if you give a shit. And like, that's his
Right.
videos pretty much, you know.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was Serbian. It barely got any
It's really odd.
any traction whatsoever. But like when they stormed and killed the Haitian prime minister, we talked about that for like a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually was very interesting.
Oh, hell, dude, none of them were the same ethnicity. None of them.
The fuck?
No, none of like almost. Maybe I shouldn't say none, but almost none of them were like the same ethnicity. They're like a UN of killing.
Those are mercenaries. That's what that is.
Yeah, but
those
the
are
question
hired
of like,
mercenaries.
but like the question of like where they came
But
from,
when
who
they
they
come-
were,
right, that was my
never.
Who
Wow.
are these
Yeah.
people?
Mercenaries. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were bad ones. They were just standing there for like an hour after they killed them.
God.
right.
An
Yeah,
hour,
like,
an hour might be a little extreme.
Yeah.
you should
But
probably leave.
Yeah.
Should
I feel
kinda
like that's
go.
one of those things that people who are looking for, like, what's that word when they're looking to go to a different country for,
Amnesty.
so not amnesty.
Immunity?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, they're looking
okay.
for amnesty in a different country, that someone will be like, we'll hook you up. Just hold this gun
However,
here, stand over
yeah, there's something for me
there.
first.
Yeah,
And,
you're gonna have to go to a Haitian prison first.
Sounds miserable.
But
Get back on track here.
yeah, back.
We just
that reminds me of that
showed off for a
Gilbert.
second.
There's a Gilbert Godfrey joke about that when he's talking to a guy about, like, this guy gets in prison. And he's like, prison's not even that bad. You like baseball? He's like, yeah. He's like, oh, we play baseball every Monday at 8 o'clock. It's cool. You like working out? He's like, yeah. He's like, we work out every day. It's great. You know, he's like, you like to read? He's like, yeah, I fucking, you know, he's like, we got all the books. You can read as much as you want. Are you gay by chance? And he's like, no. He's like, ooh, you're not going to like Friday. you're not going to like that.
Oh, good times.
But I don't even remember where we left off. But yeah, so Charlemagne, basically, like I said earlier, did too much, according to some historians. That he might have been an amalgamation of people or whatnot, but it's pretty much all but certain that he existed.
Wasn't Charlemagne kind of a real laid back guy too? Like, he wasn't even really trying to be all that.
He was more of a reformer kind of thing. So, actually, I have that.
Because I remember reading things about that.
Here. Yeah, so Charlemagne, also known as Charles the Great, was a medieval ruler who lived from around 742 to 814 AD. He was a king of the God, I keep wanting to say France. King of the Franks from 768 AD and later crowned emperor of the Carolingian Empire in 800 AD by Pope Leo III. Actually, also 44 of his 46 years reigning. It's 46 or 48, but I know it's 44 years of his reign was spent at war. Yeah, Charlemagne expanded his empire through military conquests, uniting much of Western Europe under his rule. He promoted learning and culture, establishing schools and encouraging the Carolingian Renaissance. Charlemagne is remembered as one of the most important figures of the Middle Ages, contributing to the development of medieval European identity and institutions. So this is the figure that they're more or less attacking, and saying didn't exist.
So he's almost like an architect for, like,
Actually, he was an architect.
you know, no shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He was dabbled in a few things.
Wow, that's fucking.
But again, so goes the legend
Yeah.
and everything, and where it's again with any bit of like logical sense, you can sit there and say it's a king. He's clearly got people under him.
Yeah.
It's not just him. You know, to quote Bill Burr, did Steve Jobs really invent the iPhone? Or was it the chorus of nerds behind him?
Yeah.
You know,
He said, "Give me this fucking smartphone."
yeah, I want my iPod to be able to make phone calls.
Yeah.
You know,
Get it done.
you know, as silly as it sounds, it's somewhat true, and I think that it's just as easy to explain here.
Yeah.
With him, but some of the problems with the Phantom Time theory. One, I don't understand. I'm not an arborist, so I don't understand this nearly enough. to explain it, but is tree rings. Giant hole in the theory based on tree rings and the age of trees and
Sure.
tying that with radiocarbon dating and blah, blah, blah. Way out of my wheelhouse. Huge problem there. Also, Halley's Comet.
Yeah, that's on time every time.
Yeah, 75 or 76 years. That's as wide as that window gets.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, and
But it was also in a lot of artwork back then, wasn't it?
I'm sorry.
It was an artwork of the time.
And specifically Eastern
Artwork, yeah.
and literature. And yes,
I actually just knew that randomly.
yeah,
I never knew that about Halley's Comet.
Dude, it's actually it's one of the most interesting things about artwork of that time is they'll paint it on purpose into the artwork. It's super cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it's super dope.
fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
so the fact that it was written down, and because it's only going to be these certain dates or these certain years, and it's written down in Chinese, and not literature, but records. Giant hole in the theory. Giant hole in the theory. Same with eclipses. So very easy to backtrack eclipses. And I forget the math on this, but if I should have written this one down, I apologize.
It's okay. I'm actually not good at math myself. So I
Yeah,
can't remember this one.
but I should have written down the guy because he was the one. It was actually the last little factoid I learned before we recorded, and I just spaced it. But basically, he recorded the eclipse in, I think it was France, maybe. And anyway, he recorded it. That's the moral of the story. If the theory was correct, the year would have been obviously 300 years in the future, or I'm sorry, 300 years in the past, and there was no eclipse due to the math.
Yeah.
And everything. So it was pre-Phantom Time, and yeah, it just doesn't work out. So all these things that are very easy to track that this guy didn't do a very good job of, working out, blow a giant hole in this theory.
Yeah.
Or hypothesis. You can't even really call it a theory. I don't know if we're ready to get into just absolutely bashing this thing, but there's only so much bullshit that we can really talk about with it.
Sure.
It's just really fascinating.
Oh, that's why I have the fucking
Oh
goal.
yeah,
Yeah,
like somebody will write a whole book
about
this thing that can easily be disproven and by so many different ways. you
Well,
know?
I mean, it's just like people that believe in a flat Earth.
I was just gonna say it's time flat Earth. It's
See,
time
this
based
is why
flat
we
Earth.
need this fucking microphone.
Yeah, you just are costing that microphone.
Those are my favorite people. They are my favorite people that are missing chromosomes.
We got to get one on here.
A flat earther?
Flat
Do we
Earther.
really have to?
I think so.
Do we
I don't-
know any?
We
I
we
do, actually.
We can do a Patreon,
But-
we'll put him in a booth so you don't hurt him.
Okay.
He'll be in the garage. We'll be like, look, just don't.
Is it
ask,
Greg? Is
you
it
know.
Greg?
It is not.
No.
Damn it.
Yeah, it is not good.
No, that's
I
not
would
Greg.
I would get
No,
through that booth.
I only know one, and I don't think Brandy's ready for that. It's not Brandy.
I figured not.
It's her mother.
I would. Oh God.
I,
We need the
I'm
booth.
sorry. Maybe the people need to hear Brandy's mother straight from to hear it from her mouth.
Don't say the horse's mouth.
That's not her. That's
God
mean
damn
at
it.
that point. She's a nice lady, at least to me.
Oh, she's a very nice lady.
We'll follow up.
Not to
on
Brandy.
this.
I'm joking.
She's always nice to me.
It's always been nice to me.
Yeah.
We'll follow up on this.
We're gonna circle back to that.
By
By the way, you know that I just put two things ahead of my head just randomly because you were talking about not being an arborist obviously and the rings of trees, and then you mentioned straight from horse's mouth. That's actually why they say don't look a gift horse in the mouth is because you can tell the age of a horse by its by the rings on its teeth.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I did not know that.
that's where that phrase comes from.
I did not know that.
No shit.
Yeah, it's on the back molars.
Huh.
Yep. The more you know.
Put that in the back pocket right there.
Once again, I go back to Futurama when they're trying to age Nibbler.
Oh,
And who can count this many rings? He's 7. or 2 or whatever
something like
the hell
that,
it was. But
I love that show.
I need to rewatch that.
the new
so
season was okay. Was actually pretty decent.
That's right. I forgot that
They came back.
they
but
came
the
back.
classics, so good.
Untouchable.
So
It's
good.
Hulu, right? That's
Yeah,
what's on?
all of it,
Hell, it
including the
might-
new stuff.
I was saying it might even be on Disney now. Because they seem to be merging all
Well,
of that.
they have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
But yeah, so I mean, did you guys have more notes?
Oh, no. Go ahead, man. You got it.
Yeah.
Or okay, did you have any more commentary? Don't bullshit me.
No, I didn't even write any funny jokes about Charlemagne. Besides, like, the fact that, like, the most annoying fucking radio disc jockey on the planet is named Charlemagne for some fucking reason.
Charlemagne the God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
The most annoying fucking voice I've ever heard.
He's a
in my life.
DJ?
Well, I guess technically.
Oh, okay. I just knew him from like the Comedy Central
He's not
show
like
he
a.
has.
He's like which a traditional DJ, like a disc jockey. He just talks on radio.
Okay.
And
Well,
now
I mean,
it's,
that's how I was taking it, was like radio.
yeah.
But I just knew of him from like the Comedy Central ads from however long back.
Yeah, and
but I know nothing about
That's
him.
all he's ever done is just talk shit to people.
Yeah, that's really
With
about
a
it.
really annoying voice. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But yeah, no, that's.
We should call him Charles,
Charles.
just to piss him off.
All right, Champagne. Fucking loser.
So, do we all know the Council of Nicaea?
I do, but what about them?
Well, I mean, I can't at the top of my head. That sounds familiar.
Okay, so this is where Illig didn't do the rest of his math. The Council of Nicaea in 325 AD. Let me make sure both my screens are scrolled down.
Are these the bunch of mathematicians? Is that what I'm thinking of?
I don't know if they're it was a religious council.
Right.
I don't know if they were necessarily mathematicians.
Okay, I think I might.
Well, they were all bishops, I think.
Yeah,
So-
and they were there for a myriad of things were happening at this council. Obviously, when you're traveling these great distances back in the day, you're going to knock a few things off the list, not just one. You know, because some of you ain't making it back.
A few people ain't making it back, honestly.
right?
Yeah.
And So the Council of Nicaea, held in 325 AD, was a significant event in early Christian history. It was convened by the Roman Emperor Constantine I to address theological disputes, particularly the Arian, A-R-I-A-N.
Right. Before you get weird out there, people.
Yeah. Controversy, which questioned the nature of the relationship between God the Father and Jesus Christ. The council resulted in the formulation of the Nicene Creed, affirming the divinity of Jesus and his equality with God the Father. Also established the date for Easter and addressed other doctrinal and administrative issues with the Christian Church. However,
It could have been an email.
this is also, so again, the Gregorian calendar, 1528 AD. This is 325 AD. This is where they actually adjusted the calendar 3 days before Pope Gregory did, giving us that 13-day adjustment that was required after the Julian calendar that put us on track. And Pope Gregory knew this. He was aware of it, adjusted the 10 days, but Herbert, or Heilbert, that's right, I said it.
Why did they keep calling me Herbert?
Heilbert.
That's good.
That's what it be.
That's what it sounds like, a Dutch son of a bitch, Herbert. That's what it is. Just
Yeah, a little bit.
A nice German.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
Yeah, a little bit. Or, yeah, Dane.
A little Danish.
Yeah, maybe a Dane.
Okay.
Yeah,
But Herbert was from
maybe even
Austria.
Scandinavian. Or further up in Scandinavia. I could see a Herbert's up there.
Yeah.
Burr is in the fucking name. That's a dad joke. I don't care who you are. But,
We got to get one in this motherfucker.
Yes!
Hell yeah.
yes. So, yeah, they adjusted it 3 days. Sorry, Aaron.
Very good.
They adjusted it 3 days. Pope Gregory was aware of this, but Herbert, for whatever reason, was unaware of this fact and thought that the Gregorian calendar was adjusting from 45 BC, not 325 AD. And that's the whole crux of this missing 300 years.
A little miscommunication.
Yes.
Nobody told Herbert. They were like, hey, let Herbert know about the change.
And
The thing is, like, the Council of Nicaea was such a big deal, though. Like, you mentioned it, I immediately remember
so
what it was. Like, and I learned that back in, like...
Again, decided the Jesus's ranking structure,
Yeah.
it was kind of a big deal.
Kind of was a big deal.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Some would say.
One, one would say conference even instead of council.
I mean,
You know,
there's a lot of them there.
they probably sold shirts. It's kind of a big deal.
I don't know why my mind just went to a black family reunion where we all have matching shirts.
Oh yeah.
My mind went to
The spray painted
You know what I'm talking about?
with the
You know exactly
the
what I'm talking
cursive.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
my mind went to people with togas with t-shirt cannons.
That's fantastic.
Have you ever been to a good like hood barbecue before, Ben?
No,
Yeah, if go to one of those motherfuckers. And
I went to a Hell's Angels block party once.
ooh,
That was interesting.
Well, that's the exact opposite of the spectrum, but okay.
Yeah,
No, exactly.
polar opposite.
But they're in Harvey.
you know.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
That's all I have to say about that.
Well,
it's a whole it's a weird thing.
lot of drugs, a lot of action in Harvey. I could see that. A lot of things those guys are doing.
Yeah, well, originally we were in Chicago, but that one got bombed. You know, however long ago, and then they went to Harvey. They're right across from LB Steel. I'm probably going to be
Okay.
on a list now, but that's fine for spilling these things. But you'll see it if you know you're looking for it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah, it was interesting.
Need to get Ben into a good old hood barbecue. My family doesn't get together anymore, so I can't have them with mine.
Yeah.
We did have matching shirts though. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, get you one of them with the, you get them made at the flea market.
Mm-hmm.
You can, back in the day, you'd bring your digital camera or a Polaroid and they would fucking,
They'll iron it on there,
yeah,
man.
they'll fucking iron it on
Oh,
there.
yeah.
And they'll just spray paint fucking whatever name, rip
Because
year,
they'll-
this year to that year, whatever
Oh
the
yeah,
fuck it is.
You'll get the name, and if it's like two families, it'll be like the such and the such. Welcome such family to the barbecue, or whatever. It's the whole thing, man.
yeah.
It's a good time.
Absolutely. Or somebody passed away and everyone's got,
Oh
Right.
yeah, R.I.P. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, when I die, I need y'all to get on that for me.
yeah.
Oh, I'm
Appreciate
here for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that.
I'm going to go to the
You
flea
heard it here
market
first.
on 41st in Gary. Right
Oh yeah,
there.
the flea market,
Get
yeah,
them made over there.
the one right by where I grew up at. That's perfect. It's perfect. Take it back.
Hell yeah.
So you heard it here first on the podcast. My wishes is now going to be recorded on the internet. Make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So what else we got, Ben?
I mean, that is kind of it.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's a nice closer.
It's an easily debunked theory.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like we said. It's just a fascinating little story, and the idea that 300 years are just not real because
Some German said so.
yeah, well, and because three dudes just got together and like, hey, you know what would be really cool
But
if we did hard math.
that's kind of fucking cool though. They're like, it's almost like a prank. It's like the three of us were in a room back then.
Yeah.
You're like, do you think we could actually get away with it?
Well, I almost feel like the Herbert guy is almost like a prank, like the birds aren't real guy.
Oh,
That's how I feel about this.
I love that so
Oh,
much. Man.
so much.
It's
So much.
I mean,
You know, I would try it. Like, because if we had the ability to read and write at the time, I would have guaranteed we would have
Yeah.
fucked with somebody.
that's
I
why
would have immediately fucked with somebody.
Oh, sure.
for me, the internet will always trump religion because the internet is a truly godless place. Undefeated, unfucking defeated.
Dude, when we were coming up, the internet was a lawless
Yes,
hellscape
very much so.
It was.
of just a lot of porn. But a lot of everything else though too. Like just
That persists.
Yeah, back in the day
the
when
horrors persist.
you would download
That's so
something
why.
and you didn't know if you were going to get porn or if you were going to get
Oh, the virus that destroys your
virus,
family.
yeah.
That's what I learned at an early age. I'm gonna be good at IT work. Mm-hmm. I found out at a really young age.
This will never happen to me again.
You learn a really hard lesson, man. We have to make that awkward call. Oh
Yeah, you downloaded the exe file.
Oh man,
Now
like when it came, like whenever like you're downloading something, like a little pop comes up, like what the fuck was that?
What
Oh no. I learned at a very young age how to fix a computer, and it has come in very handy in my old age.
Oh,
So thank you, internet, for that.
We're covering the tracks.
Oh man, if I didn't know, dude, erase cache cookies, my boy. Delete browsing history.
Oh,
Now it's just all like one little button you gotta press. It's like all synchronized now. It's great. It's crazy. Crazy work that. Crazy work.
Well, you can factory reset now too.
I can do that within like about 5 minutes now. Actually, it's pretty great.
I was saying, man, that wasn't really a thing.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole other topic. Anyways, I think that pretty much sums it up. Though I'm gonna, I had some stuff that I thought was related, but it's not related at all. So I'm gonna save it for something else.
Oh, I was saying, I mean, I'm here for it.
Nah, I don't care enough.
We did stretch this out how long?
It's 100. We're at hour 20.
That's pretty solid.
So I think that is a good solid spot to end at.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You done good, Ben.
I tried.
You done did it.
We really don't need DJ.
I mean,
well,
well, Ben, thanks for coming back on the podcast, man. We appreciate you coming in and filling in for DJ when he was being kidnapped and tortured by the banditos. And now he's back. But that's okay, because you're still here. And like the horrors, we persist too. Mm-hmm. So anyways, that's for checking out Required Taste Podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give us a like and follow your favorite listening device. And we are on social media. We have the Instagrams, we got the Facebooks, and we're also Required Taste at the Gmails. If you have any suggestions, feel free to reach out to us. Please remember, if you do have any pictures of our merch, send them over to us. We're going to make a thing for the fans and listeners. We appreciate y'all. If you have a picture of you drinking a beer in a cool location, send us that too. That'd be pretty tight.
Merch, sticker, beer cans,
whatever you got.
Ship it over to us.
And then if you have any clips that you think we were particularly funny in, let us know. We really appreciate it. We're trying to do, again, since we have so many new listeners, we're trying to do something for y'all.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Something cool,
Right. We'll let y'all know that we see you and we appreciate you. So yeah, give us a like and follow. And yeah, y'all be cool.
Thanks, guys.